Are you a photographer looking to capture those must-have bridal prep pictures during a wedding day? In this video, we'll consider the must-have poses of every wedding photographer during bridal prep. From the bride's moments with her bridesmaids, to the details of her wedding day, to her glam shots making her feel like a model. We got you covered in this video. What's up? My name is Jay LeBlanc, wedding photographer and photography educator. Today, I'm going to take you some of my favorite poses that I do during bridal prep. I try and get these shots at almost every single wedding. Now, I will say, I don't always get all of them because sometimes there's time restrictions or just limited space, but I always do my best to try and get each one of these shots at every wedding I go to. And without further ado, let's jump right into our first pose. For our first shot, we're going to get the bride with her girls. We're gonna get the bride hanging out with her bridesmaids. Whether we're in a hotel room and we wanna throw them all on the bed for a cute hanging out shot, or maybe there's a couch that they can all sit on, or maybe we're at a location with a beautiful landscape. We wanna take them outside and show it off. Whatever the case is, let's get a shot of the girls all together before they get into their dresses. Often bridesmaids will be in robes or gowns or pajamas that are customized and they all match, and it makes for a really cute shot getting all the girls together for this picture before they get dressed. For my next must-have shot, we're gonna go with the bride getting her makeup done. I always wait until her makeup's completely done so she looks really good for these pictures, and then we're gonna bring her over into really good light, usually by a window. Sometimes we'll even go outside if good weather and good lighting, and we're gonna get that makeup artist or even one of the bridesmaids to just fake doing her makeup. I usually like to do something with her eyes, her cheeks, and her lip, whatever the application is. I don't wear makeup every day, sorry. I actually forgot to wear my makeup today. Probably should have. Pretty shiny, huh? But anyway, I want to put her in good lighting and get the makeup shots. The makeup artist is going to love these pictures. If you send them over to her, I'm sure she'll post them on her social media and tag you in them. So it's a great way to market a little bit there. And you want to make sure that you're getting the details of her eyes and her lips and make her feel like a movie star, getting her makeup put on. She's about to go out and record her next big blockbuster hit. Blockbuster's still around? Do you even say Blockbuster hit? I'm sorry, but I do not follow celebrities. So what we're trying to do is tell the story of the day. And a big part of the day is the bride getting her makeup done. So we want to make sure that we capture those details as well. For my next must-have pose, we're going to get the bride with her dress. No, not in her dress, with her dress. We want to have the bride before she's changed in her pajamas or in her robe, whatever she has on before she gets her wedding dress on. We want to get some shots of her playing with her dress, touching it, maybe getting it down from being hung up on a closet or somewhere that it's being displayed while she's getting ready. It's just a nice shot to have to just continue telling that story, especially if you're going to be making an album afterwards. This image fits really well into help telling the story of the day. Now, while you're taking these pictures, this is a great opportunity to let the girls know who are gonna help the bride get dressed to go get ready. Because you're gonna spend a little time with just the bride, it gives those girls a chance to put their own dress on. Because personally, I love it when the girls who are helping the bride get ready have their dress on. I think it looks a little bit nicer in the pictures, but this is just a personal preference. You could go either way with this, or you could just not care. But personally, I like having the girls have their dress on while they're helping the bride get ready. For the next shot, I call it my bride glam shot. So what we're gonna do here is, before our bride is even dressed, we're gonna have her maybe put her jewelry on, maybe she's gonna put her heels on, maybe we'll have her hold the flowers. Whatever it is, we're gonna get some of those showstopper pictures. We're gonna get those pictures that are gonna be the groom's background of his phone. We're gonna get some of those images that's just gonna make her feel beautiful. Just give her lots of confidence, make her feel beautiful, show her the pictures on the back of your camera. Let her know that she looks fantastic and she doesn't even have her dress on yet, and she's going to absolutely love you. Make sure that you make her feel super special all day long. It's your job, right? Hey, the title might say photographer, but we got a lot of other hats that we're wearing, and hype crew is right there at the top of the list. So make sure you hype her up. For our last shot that we have before she puts her dress on, we're gonna get a shot with the bride, with everybody who isn't in the bridal party, but is part of the getting ready process. Whether it's a mom who's there, or her soon-to-be mother-in-law, or a grandmother, or an aunt that she's really close with. We wanna get those pictures because, hey, they were special enough to be there while she was getting ready. So make sure you get a picture of her with those people, because clearly they are somebody who is important to her in her life. This is also a great opportunity to take a selfie with the bride because, you gotta post something on Instagram. All right, we're halfway through this list and we're finally getting dressed. Next, we're gonna have the bride get dressed. Now, to let the bride feel comfortable and give her space, I usually step out of the room at this point. I have the bride step into her dress, and then before they button up the back, they call me back into the room. We usually get some good shots of either her mom or her sister or one of the bridesmaids or her maid of honor or matron of honor, helping her with the back of her dress, putting on her shoes, putting on any jewelry she's not able to put on herself because, we got the nails done, right? Come on, it's not easy putting on jewelry with nails. I think it looks a little bit nicer in the pictures, but this is just a personal preference. You could go either way with this, or you could just not care. But personally, I like having the girls have their dress on while they're helping the bride get ready. And when you have her put her dress on and you have somebody helping her button up the back, try and bring her to a spot that you have good light. If you're in a hotel room, it might be a little difficult, but if you can get over by a window, that'd be great. Or sometimes you're getting ready in somebody's house and they may not have the perfect spot to get ready in. Usually we could just bring her by a door or a window to provide good lighting. But if it's a little cluttered or messy in the background, maybe we'll have to bring her outside. But try and get in good lighting. Because remember, you can have a really good picture, but if you're in crappy lighting, it's not going to be that good. But you can take a crappy picture and put somebody in really good lighting, and it makes it a little bit better. Now that our bride is in her dress, the next thing we're going to do is put the jewelry on. Any of the jewelry she's able to put on herself, we're going to have her do so. I really love having a shot of the bride putting her earrings in, or maybe she's putting on a bracelet or a necklace if she's able to. But I love getting some nice close-up details of the bride putting her jewelry on. Yes, I get a lay flat shot with the jewelry and all of her other details when I first get there, but I really like getting a close-up detail shot of the bride actually putting it on herself. I think this makes for a much more interesting shot than just having the jewelry lay on top of a table with her invitation there. The next thing on my list, I would say only happens at about 50% of the weddings I do, and that's a gift exchange. A lot of the times the bride and the groom will exchange a gift, and they don't always do it while I'm there or the morning of the wedding. Sometimes they do it the day before, sometimes they do it that night. But if they exchange a gift or a card, I love to get pictures of the bride opening the gift, opening the card, and just getting her reaction to it. Now, when I do this, I love doing this in private because often the groom writes some heartfelt message that usually gets the bride to shed one, maybe two tears. We don't want to mess up the makeup, but it makes for a really, really good, emotional, intimate picture. And then for my last shot, I'm gonna get some pictures of the bride by herself before we go to the church or the ceremony or to the first look. I wanna get some pictures before she sees her groom. Some of these solo shots where her hair looks great, her makeup looks great, the dress is perfect, make for some really, really nice portraits of the bride. We want to put her in really good lighting, whatever's available to us in the location we're getting ready. Or sometimes we move her to another location where we can put her in a beautiful environment that just shows off her venue or where she's getting ready and allow us to show the environment of her wedding day. We want to make sure that we get a variation of images here. We want to get some tight detail pictures. We also want to do some nice, big, long, full lengths. I also like to do a long shot of the back of her dress because the back of the dress is pretty important, If you're a wedding photographer and you're not shooting the back of the bride's dress, do yourself a favor, just start doing it. It's like 50% of the dress and like 90% of the reason why she bought it. If you learned anything new today, do me a favor, give me a like below and drop a comment below if you're going to try any of these at the next wedding that you photograph. Or if you've never photographed a wedding before and this maybe makes it a little bit easier for you, go ahead, subscribe, and I'll be sure to give you some more quality content just like this. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.